today's the day that I'm going to be showing you what I've been working on for the better part of a year. Slowly but surely, I've been making updates to this living room right here. We have turned some old things into new. We have painted walls, swapped drapes, updated lighting. We've brought furniture in from other rooms. So are you ready to walk through the transition with me? Well, I think the best place to start is at the very beginning. So let's go back to what it looked like before the transformation. It was a dark space. It had dark drapes, dark furniture. The lighting was dark. The color blocking really chopped up the space and made it feel smaller. It was a space that when you walked by, it was very forgettable. It did not grab you and say, come sit down and enjoy this space, which is what I want. So we're gonna transform it into a cozy, warm, updated, bright space. So we're gonna start off with the walls. Now I have these alcoves, and inside the alcoves, they were painted brown. I did not like the color of the paint. It was too dark, so let's change it. First up, we had to move all of the furniture out of the way, and we also took the paintings off the wall. I had Twin A help me move all this stuff out of the way so we could start off with a blank slate. Because the paint was so dark, I wanted to put a primer on it first. That way the darker color would not bleed through the lighter color that I was going to put on top. So I painted primer on both alcoves, and then I simply painted the original wall color over the primer. By painting the alcove in this wall color, it makes the space feel larger because now it is one cohesive color, and it definitely brightened up the space. Instead of going out and buying new side tables, what I did was I just shopped my home. I went upstairs to the guest room and I got these nightstands and I brought them downstairs. These are a perfect size and shape for this room. And so I simply just did a swap-a-roo. I took those wrought iron nightstands and I put them upstairs. Now, the one thing that I did not like about these side tables was the hardware. I didn't like the color or the shape. Again, that's an easy fix. I use the same poles that I have in my kitchen, these lucite and gold poles. They are so pretty. I purchased them on Amazon and I simply swapped them out. It updated these nightstands / side tables, and now they look much more modern and they fit in with this space. I have been using this little technique for quite some time now, and it is to use a marble tile that I purchased at Lowe's and put it on top of my nightstands. I've done it in my bedroom and I did it here. What it does is it protects your side tables or nightstands, but it also raises the elegant factor on it. It is so pretty, and by using these $10 tiles, it updates them, it makes them feel timeless. It brightened these up in a bit just by adding a nice white marble top. I simply love them. And then to the top of the marble, I added my lamp turned ginger jar. I created these ginger jars out of some lamps, and the light bright ginger jars are perfect for this space. The next thing that we're gonna address in this space is the lighting. Now, originally it only had 4 wall sconces for the total amount of light in this space. These sconces were antiqued and the glass was frosted, so the lights themselves were quite dark and they did not let a lot of light into the space. And I had no overhead lighting at all. So there's a couple things that needed to be changed with the lighting in the space. The first thing was I just bought some very affordable sconces from Amazon. They have lucite stems with white shades, and I love the brushed gold accents that are on these sconces. They coordinate so well with my drawer pulls on my side tables, and the white shade lets a lot of light into this space. What I love stylistically about these wall sconces is that they are a great juxtaposition between traditional and modern. Modern because of the lucite stems and the streamlined, clean look, but because we added the shade to the top, it keeps it traditional. These are so classy and they really elevate the look and feel of this space. We are going to do one more major thing to this space, and we are going to add a ceiling light. Can you believe that this room did not have a ceiling light? It didn't. So we are going to install some electrical to the ceiling. I have a fabulous electrician, and we were able to run some electrical wires to the center of the room in order to provide a ceiling light. This stunning ceiling light is from my friends at Siljoy. They have some beautiful chandeliers. What I selected was a 47-inch long flush mount Raindrop chandelier. Now I wanted something really large for the space, but I didn't want anything to hang down and block the view out to the pool. And then at Christmas time, I put my Christmas tree there, so I didn't want anything to be in the way. This light fixture is such a perfect solution. It showed up right at my door. I was able to unbox it. Every single piece was carefully packaged. It came with easy to read instructions. The crystals are beautiful and high quality. Just look at the shimmer on these crystals. They are stunning. They were so easy to hang. I just slid them through the little hooks that were on the chandelier. You guys know that I love gold, but adding a chrome ceiling light was a perfect solution because the chrome almost acts as like a mirror. So it reflects those crystals back into the room. And by adding another metallic in here, it gives the room a lot more interest. Just like my wall sconces, this chandelier is a perfect mix of modern and updated, but also traditional. Modern because of the shape, the long, angular, rectangle, streamlined shape of the chandelier is a lot more modern, but adding those beautiful, classic crystals makes it traditional. The best part about the chandelier is that it was really affordable. So if you're looking to update your lighting and you need to do it on a budget, this chandelier is a great option for you. I will leave a link to this gorgeous chandelier in my description box. So head on over to Siljoy and see all of the amazing lighting solutions that they have for you. The original wall art in this space was some oil paintings, which I actually really love, and I'm going to keep them. I'm just going to put them in a different room. I'm going to swap them out for two different pieces. The first one is a mirror. I found this mirror at my thrift store. I love thrifting because you can get some one-of-a-kind pieces and they are typically pretty affordable. Now, what I needed to do with this mirror was change the frame. So I protected the mirror with some butcher paper and some blue painter's tape. And then I took it outside and I spray painted it in some gold Rustoelum spray paint. By updating the color of this frame, it makes this piece look so expensive. It feels like a brand new piece, and I got it for a fraction of the price that you would spend on a new mirror. I love using mirrors in my spaces because of what they offer. They offer reflection of the space, so it makes it feel bigger. It reflects light, which makes it feel lighter. It reflects the painting that's right behind me. You can see it again in the mirror over there. Using a mirror as wall art in a space is one of my favorite solutions. For those of you that have been with me for a long time, you will recognize this art piece right behind me. It was in my office. It's a very special piece to me because it was painted by my grandma. I absolutely adore this artwork. Now I am moving it for two reasons. The first was because in my office it was getting direct sunlight onto the oil painting and I did not want it to get ruined or have the paint fade, so it needed to be protected, and this is a perfect space to put it. The second reason is because of the color palette of this oil painting. It has the blues and the greens, which tie in with my rug. And I really love the frame. It's a little more streamlined than the ornate frames that we had before. So it's a perfect contemporary / traditional piece to put into this room. Plus, it just reminds me of my grandma, which I love. The drapes that I had here originally were dark. They had brown at the bottom and they had some tassels and some ornate damask prints at the top. They were really pretty, but again, it just was too heavy and dark for the space. So I'm gonna switch these out. These drapes from TWOPAGES are a perfect option. Now these drapes actually coordinate with the drapes in my dining room. Remember that dining room makeover that we did? I swapped the drapes out in here, and I also got some panels to coordinate, and they are right here. Having the drapes be one solid color makes this space feel taller and larger. And I also took my drapes as close to the ceiling as I possibly could. That way the length really accentuates the height of the ceiling. I was also able to save money by not purchasing a new curtain rod. All I did was I took the existing curtain rod that was there and I painted it in a champagne color. It updated these curtain rods and they look brand new. So if you have a curtain rod that's the wrong color, don't worry about it. Just paint it and it will bring new life into your space. I will also leave a link to these specific drapes in my description box so you can check those out as well. Now let's talk about these two identical sofas. I wanted a sofa that looked almost like a men's tailored suit, something very crisp and clean. And the reason why I went with two sofas instead of like a sofa and a love seat was because I wanted to maximize the seating in here and I had the space, so I decided to go with two sofas and then keep the two accent chairs towards the back. I did add some of my own pillows to these couches. These white pillows are just from Home Goods and I love the way that they brighten up the space. I chose a feather pillow, that way I could kind of fluff it and karate chop it and style it the way that I wanted it to be. But the nice thing about choosing a neutral couch or neutral furniture in general is that you can change the pillows. You can style it for different seasons and holidays, but you will always have a classic piece. In the center of the room, I have a coffee table. I've had it for a very long time. Will I switch it out in the future? Probably, but right now it's a great solution. On top of my coffee table, I have my Orchid Arrangement. This is the arrangement that we created out of the old light fixture from the dining room. This is a beautiful piece in here. Again, it goes with that modern but traditional style. That's what orchids in my mind evoke, is classic, beautiful, but they are a little more streamlined, which makes the flowers look a little more modern. Plus, this space needed an organic material, so this flower arrangement is perfect. Below the coffee table, I have a rug. I've had this rug for so long. Rugs are an essential part of a room to tie everything together. It's a great way to add color. I don't have a lot of color in this space, but the color that I do have is drawn from this rug. Because I went with a neutral rug back in the day, it still works today. Can you believe the transformation that happened in this space? We really did not do that much, but by tweaking a couple of things, it completely updated the space. It brought it into the style that I'm going for in my home. I worked with what I had. There were a couple new light fixtures that I got, but above and beyond that, I didn't spend any money. So just by changing out some paint, shopping my house, getting some inexpensive pillows here and there, it's now bright, modern, comfortable, This room went from a very forgettable space that we just walked by into a space now where we want to come in, we want to congregate, we want to sit and talk and spend time together as a family. I am really looking forward to decorating this room at Christmas time, and it's going to be here before we know it. And with this flush mount light fixture up high, it's going to make it look so bright in here, and it's not going to hang in front of my Christmas tree. I hope that you love this room transformation as much as I do, and I hope that you got some inspiration to make a couple little tweaks and changes in your own home. I'll have links to all of the furniture and the lighting and the drapes and the pulls and all those things in my description box for you so you can check them out. If you're looking for more room transformations, some home decor, DIYs, and some upcoming seasonal videos, then make sure that you're subscribed so I can share those with you. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much for watching.